Welcome to Creamer Media's Resources Watch, a weekly video roundup of the events and people making and shaping the news in the mining industry. This week, a salary of 12,500 Rand would force the closure of Impala's Rustenburg mine. Ex-miners take steps to access 6 billion Rand in unpaid benefits, and eased exchange control opens the way for mining investment. Impala Platinum CEO Terence Goodlay said implementing the 12,500 Rand a month minimum basic wage demand of the Association of Mine Workers and Construction Union would be catastrophic and leave the company with no alternative but to close the entire Impala Rustenburg.
We remain in dispute with AMCU, and we've now been on strike at Impala Rustenburg for 5 weeks. The strike thus far has cost the company approximately 80,000 ounces of platinum production, which at today's basket price equates to approximately 1.7 billion Rand in lost revenues. Impala nor the industry can simply not afford AMCU's 12,500 basic wage demand, as it would more than double the current wage bill and in itself would constitute a basic wage increase of more than 150%.
Steps are being taken to facilitate the release of 6 billion Rands worth of financial benefits that remain undisbursed to close on 500,000 former migrant mine workers.
Well, the study that we commissioned, and perhaps the figures need to be updated, but by some time last year, we were talking in excess of almost close to 6 billion Rands that was still unclaimed. And part of that obviously belonged to South African miners, but the majority of it was calculated that it belonged to ex-miners who come from Mozambique, Swaziland, and Lesotho.
The easing of South Africa's exchange control has opened the way for both local and foreign companies to make greater use of the Johannesburg Stock Exchange to raise capital for both local and international mining investments.
Traditionally, the JSE has played an insignificant role as a provider of mining capital compared to the Toronto, London and Australian stock exchanges. One of the reasons for that is exchange control restrictions in South Africa. There has been relaxations on allowing South African listed entities to use a South African treasury company with the ability to invest up to 750 million Rand in international projects. Another relaxation is the use of inward listing of foreign listed entities, inward listing on the JSE. Those restrictions and relaxation of restrictions will allow mining companies to use the JSE to a greater extent in future.
For mining news as it breaks, stay logged onto miningweekly.com and register for our free daily newsletter.